the Grand Palace of Okrika was transformed for the first test of the competition. The courtyard was adorned with vibrant tapestries, and the air was filled with the sounds of a lively orchestra. Maidens from all corners of the kingdom arrived, their attire rich with color and intricate designs. The atmosphere was electric with excitement and nervous energy. Prince Borogboro watched from a raised platform, his gaze fixed on the elegant array of women before him. Each maiden took turns showcasing their dance skills, hoping to impress both the prince and the assembled judges. The dance was not merely a display of grace but also a reflection of the maiden's inner poise and elegance. Abia and Tunai, dressed in matching outfits of shimmering blue and gold, took their places on the dance floor. Their practice steps were fluid, each movement synchronized perfectly with the rhythm of the music. Abia's dance was soft and graceful, capturing the essence of serenity. Her movements conveyed a deep sense of compassion and calmness. Tawny's dance was lively and energetic, with sharp turns and confident steps that showcased her quick thinking and agility. As the music played, the crowd watched in awe. The prince's eyes followed their every move, noting the harmony and the subtle expressions of each dancer. When Abia and Tunai performed their final, intricate tour, the audience erupted in applause. The prince, too, was visibly impressed. He whispered to the judges, his mind already beginning to form opinions. As the sun set, the judges gathered to deliberate. The courtyard was abuzz with speculation. The prince and the judges took their time, understanding the importance of making the right choice. Finally, the results were announced. 7 maidens, including both Abia and Tunai, were selected to proceed to the next round. The cheers of the selected maidens filled the air, but Abia and Tunai shared a quiet, meaningful glance. Their friendship was their strength, and they were grateful to have made it through together. The announcement of the selected maidens was met with both relief and disappointment. For those who had not been chosen, it was a bitter moment, and for the ones who had, it was just the beginning of a longer journey. Abia and Tunai found themselves among the 7 chosen, and they were both excited and nervous about the next test. The next few days were filled with preparation for the upcoming challenges. The maidens practiced diligently, refining their skills and trying to anticipate the prince's expectations. They knew that the competition would only get tougher from here. But as the preparations continued, Tawny's mother began to show her true colors. She approached her daughter with a steely determination. "Tunai," she said, "this is not just about winning a competition. It's about securing our family's future. You must do whatever it takes to succeed. Even if it means using any advantage you can find. Remember, we have more at stake than just a title." Tunai was torn. She had always respected her mother but was now faced with a moral dilemma. She knew the importance of winning but also valued her friendship with Abia. "I'll do my best, mother," Tunai said hesitantly, her mind racing with conflicting thoughts. Abia, meanwhile, was focused on maintaining her integrity. She knew that her mother's advice would have been to do whatever it took to win, but she chose a different path. Her mother's wisdom had always guided her to be true to herself, and she wanted to honor that. As the competition progressed, Abia's commitment to fairness and honesty became even more apparent, strengthening her resolve to stay true to her values. Tawny's mother was not one to be easily deterred. She continued to pressure her daughter, insisting that she use every trick in the book to secure a win. "This is our chance to rise above our station," she said. "We must seize this opportunity. If you don't take it, someone else will. Do you want to be just another village girl, or do you want to be a queen?" Tunai, caught between her mother's ambitions and her own values, found herself struggling with her conscience. She wanted to make her mother proud, but she also didn't want to betray her friend or compromise her own principles. In the dead of night, she found herself wrestling with her thoughts. The weight of her mother's expectations felt like a heavy chain around her heart. Meanwhile, Abia was blissfully unaware of the internal struggle her friend faced. She focused on preparing for the next test, which was to showcase their cooking skills. She was excited about this challenge as cooking was something she loved and excelled at. Abia knew that a true queen must be able to manage a household and support her king in all aspects of life, including providing nourishment and comfort. The cooking challenge was set in the Grand Palace's kitchen, a space filled with the aroma of spices and herbs. Each of the 7 maidens was given a set of ingredients and asked to prepare a dish that would impress the judges. The challenge was not just about the taste but also about presentation and the ability to work under pressure. Abia, with her heart full of hope, prepared a traditional dish passed down from her mother. It was a stew rich with flavors, made with love and care. She worked meticulously, adding just the right amount of each ingredient and stirring the pot with a steady hand. The aroma of her dish filled the kitchen, and she felt a sense of pride in what she had created. Tunai, on the other hand, was distracted and anxious. Her mind was clouded by her mother's expectations and the pressure to win. She struggled to focus, and as she cooked, her dish lacked the usual finesse. The flavors were there, but the dish did not have the same warmth and love that Abia's had. When the time came for the judges to taste the dishes, they took their role seriously. Each dish was evaluated on taste, presentation, and the effort put into it. Prince Borogboro took his time, savoring each bite and observing the reactions of the maidens as they awaited the results. When he tasted Abia's stew, his face lit up with genuine delight. The dish was a masterpiece, rich in flavor and made with evident care. The results of the cooking challenge were announced, and the atmosphere in the palace was filled with anticipation. The judges praised Abia's dish as the best they had ever tasted. The prince's approval was evident, and Abia was delighted to be recognized for her skill and effort. However, there was a secret behind Abia's success. In her desperation to win and out of fear of Tawni's mother's schemes, Abia had sought help from a herbalist. The herbalist provided her with a potion that was supposed to enhance the flavors of her dish. Abia had used it sparingly, hoping that it would give her an edge without being too obvious. The prince and the judges were unaware of this added ingredient. To them, Abia's dish was simply the best they had tasted. But the potion's effect was not just on the dish, it also stirred a sense of unease within Abia. She had compromised her values to win, and deep down, she knew it. The guilt gnawed at her, but she put on a brave face and continued with the competition. Tunai, who had prepared her dish with sincerity despite her anxiety, felt a pang of sadness. She had hoped to impress the prince with her genuine effort, but seeing Abia's success made her question her own choices. She wondered if she had done enough or if she had been overshadowed by the influence of the potion. With the cooking challenge behind them, the competition moved forward. Abia was now in the spotlight, and her status as a potential queen was solidified. The prince and the people of the kingdom were eager to see how the remaining challenges would unfold. But while Abia was celebrated for her culinary skills, the weight of her actions began to take a toll on her. As Abia settled into her new role, she found that the responsibilities of a future queen were overwhelming. The palace life was not as glamorous as she had imagined. She was expected to participate in various ceremonies, meet with dignitaries, and maintain a facade of perfection. The pressure was immense, and Abia struggled to balance her public duties with her personal feelings of guilt and anxiety. Her interactions with the people of the kingdom were strained. The once joyful princess now seemed distant and detached. She avoided visits from her old friends and family, and the once warm palace now felt cold and impersonal. The prince noticed the change but was unsure of the cause. He began to doubt whether he had made the right choice in selecting Abia. Meanwhile, Tunai continued her life in the village, feeling both relief and sadness. She had seen her friends rise to prominence but remained focused on her own path. The challenges she faced in the competition had tested her resolve, and she had stayed true to her values. Her integrity had earned her respect from those around her, and she found solace in her simple life, away from the palace's intrigues.